Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Let's get right to it. Today I'm going to be going over my market outlook. So I've got three outlooks. I've got short term, medium term, and long term. So let's start with short term. Actually, you know what? First things first, I want to talk about my last couple videos where I talked about Uber and Coinbase. So I made the video in September, I believe, September 30th. So if we see the week of September 30th, it was here, and look at what happened during the next couple weeks. It went up 16%. And Coinbase, same thing. September 30th was right here, and within the next few weeks, it went up 80%. Within 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it went up 50%. So at its peak, it went up about 82% after I made a video on it. So if you listened to those videos and got options or stock, congratulations. That would have been a phenomenal play. I did just that, and it was pretty good. So let's get right into it. First things first, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin did not hit 100k, wicked within $200. Very, very close though. So with Bitcoin, I'm mainly watching for that 100k level. I want to see it hit 100k, and I want to see that either bounce off of it, or I want to see it break up, retrace, and continue to about 105 to 115,000. So the main thing I'm watching is Bitcoin 100,000, and I want to see the reaction off of that, because that will indicate whether we're gonna buy just yet or not. I'm mainly looking to buy. I don't really want to short a retracement off of, or a rejection off of this level. I don't want to short if it rejects, but I'd be looking for it to retrace to about here, somewhere around here, fill in this little gap that was left behind, down here somewhere, maybe about call it a 95 level, and then I would look for it to, break back up to that 100 to 103 range ish. So I would be looking for, what is happening? I'd be looking for some buys down here if we were to reject. Now the other possibility is we break through and we just continue breaking through, have a little retrace, and that's where I would be buying, accumulating my positions, and then I think we really just send it to at least 105, maybe up to 115, 110, call it an even 110. I think that's completely possible. So that's one of my short terms. And yeah, so I'm just gonna be waiting to see what happens at 100,000. So my next short term is S&P 500, or NASDAQ calls between December 1st and December 31st. Right now it's November 24th. So I would be looking within this time frame here. Oop. Sorry. So yeah, I'd be looking within this time frame right here to December 31st, even maybe to January 2nd. Let's call it that. So between this timeline, historically, it's called the Santa Claus rally. It's pretty bullish in that area. Usually December is pretty bullish. I'm expecting about a 1 to 4% move within this time frame, and that would give some pretty good options returns if we were to, let's say, end somewhere around here. What is that? Yeah, so about 4%, maybe, somewhere within 1 to 4%. So I'm going to be looking to get options with strike prices about 1% above current levels. The reason that December 1st to December 31st has the Santa Claus rally is because there's just general optimism. The holidays are a happy time in Wall Street, and then Wall Street traders also go on breaks, on vacations, which means retail traders are most of the volume, and retail traders are usually more bullish. There's not as much shorting going on, so there's going to be more buys, people getting their orders ready for the New Year's, just more optimism. So I would have my strike at December 31st or January 2nd. I think that's what I'm getting quotes for on the options chain, and I would look for about 1 to 4% up. So I think my main kind of play is going to, if it stays at the current level, will be, I'm going to call it like 2%. So my strike will be about 6100 on SPX, or SPY would be 610. I'd be looking at that for a short-term kind of play. Another short-term play I'm looking at is SOFI Bank. I do have some, and I actually just bought it earlier in the month, so I actually am up quite a bit. I bought it, I think about this would have been around here, so I'm up 35% on that. I think we got another 10 to 12% in this for sure. Definitely want to see this level 1648 or 17. So I'd be looking for it to go to about, call it 11%, somewhere about 1730. That's what I'm kind of looking for on SOFI. That's another short-term play. So medium term, we are looking at Dogecoin and XRP. So the two reasons for this, Dogecoin, we'll start with that. Dogecoin, oh, look at this. So as you guys may know, Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, is something that was recently announced by Trump and Elon, and it's going to be pretty much just trying to cut the U.S. spending in the government, making the government more efficient. And the whole kind of thing started around here, and as you could see, it just absolutely rallied, especially after Trump won. It went up like hundreds of percents, I believe, 170% since then. So lots of gains here, and it's just going to keep going up. When Trump gets inaugurated in mid-January, January 20th, I believe, about here, it's going to just continue skyrocketing up. It's going to probably hit 0.65 or 0.7 within that time frame, just because then it's going to actually be put into place, the actual department, and that's going to help a lot. Another reason for Doge is that it has potential to be the new X Pay, which is a very important thing for Elon Musk's X. So let's see, X Pay. Oh, nothing's showing up here. So as you can see, X payments speculations, climbs on X payment speculations. They're saying it's going to eliminate the need for a wallet. It could be a very important integration. So Dogecoin may be what's used on that, which would be funny because Elon's a big Doge guy. So that could potentially provide room for a lot of gains. Another one is XRP. XRP may be used for XPay, which could also provide huge gains. So as you could see, it's going up with the recent crypto rally and also the speculation around XPay. So I'd be looking into those definitely before January, and definitely before Elon Musk gets his XPay going. I would look into purchasing both of those. I think that if Dogecoin isn't used for XPay, it's still going to go up, so I would get both. XRP is still going to go up. It's just good to have. It's a very good utility coin. Yeah. So another one is Tesla. And of course, Elon and Trump have been very good friends. Elon helped him win the election. He put $132 million into helping Trump win. So of course, Trump is going to help Elon, and Elon's cars are made in the USA. And Donald Trump is giving tax breaks and benefits to companies that manufacture goods in the USA. So that's going to provide some good benefits for Tesla. And I would not be surprised if Tesla hit 400 within the next couple months. JP Morgan is a financial company. Trump is much more friendly with financial companies, way looser regulations on those. So I would continue purchasing up until he gets in office and puts his policy into effect. Same thing with ExxonMobil with his pro-oil stance. Same sort of thing. I mean, this one's had some pretty decent growth recently, but not enough that I like that you would expect considering his pro-oilness. So I would definitely put a key interest in on this one. So next up for long term, we have NVDA. Good classic one. Never going to be a bad investment. Good place to pour your money into. I've been calling it since January. And I mean, my average purchase price is 69, so it's at 140 right now. This is just great stock to DCA on dollar cost average. Set it up for recurring. I have $50 a week on a fractional buy, so I don't have to buy one full share every week, and it's just a good safe investment. It's just going to keep going up. Their Blackwell chip is completely sold out. There's too much demand, and it hasn't even come out yet. So I mean, it's going to keep going. And AI demand, especially under Trump, like being supportive of tech innovation, is going to just continue to grow. Next up for the long term is S&P 500. And every single time the U.S. Federal Reserve has cut rates, on average, the S&P moves up 14% within the next year. So we cut rates in September, so by next September I would be looking for it to be at about 640, and that's kind of my my goal. So I have options for that expiring next September, with a strike price of 640, and I would just also have stock that I'm buying, just shares, because I do think it's gonna hit 640. I mean, we have some serious growth as of recently due to the Trump win. So it's just safe, and it's the S&P 500. You need to be DCAing that. So I would set up a recurring buy, $50 a week, every other week, a month, to just keep pouring into there. Next up, Apple. Apple is always ahead of the curve on new innovation, which is why I really like having it. They proved that with AI coming out. They implemented it so easily. I mean, as you could see, since AI started being implemented, they've gone up significantly. And they have a bunch of new releases coming out within the next year that have AI. They're always implementing AI. There's always ahead on new technology. They're the second biggest company in the world, so they have the capital and the resources to do that. Meta is another one. Zuckerberg. This is my thesis, that Zuckerberg has gotten pretty close with Trump, so that he has favorable policies and he's not bothered too much. He's got good regulations on Meta. Meta is just going to keep climbing. They also have a lot of good technology implementation and innovation. So, I mean, NVIDIA, the S&P 500, Apple, and Meta are going to be no-brainers for long terms. So, I mean, the main kind of points you can get from this are the Trump win. I mean, that's going to be the biggest driver of pretty much all of these. Pro-business, oil, innovation, all these policies are going to help these stocks grow. And with the short term, with the Santa Claus rally, I really think that's going to see us just really break over that 600 roof that we've had on the S&P 500. As you could see, we kind of just touched 600 and went back down. So that's going to help us see a breakthrough of 600 to 610. Within the next few weeks here. That's going to be a good short term. And yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys.